right, so I think the market's overvalued. Now it's had years, decades, if not, multiple decades where it's ran overvalued. So to just say the market's overvalued and sell it off is very like a niche, and it's one of the easiest ways to not necessarily lose money, but not make money because you missed out on an epic bull run. I do think we're in the last third of this bull run. So maybe we have 5 years, maybe we have 18 months. I don't really know how long. I have no idea. It could be even longer. Nobody knows. Anyone that says they do, they're wrong. That being said, I just wanted to go through a couple companies that I put on a watch list. You're always going to have time to buy stocks, but you're not always going to have time to sell them. And what I mean by that is you can always click the buy button. But if a stock goes down 50%, you need 100% to break even, a regain of 100%, just the way the stats work. So a few stocks on my watch list, if you're like me, where you want to open a position in a company and you don't have it yet, I'm going to go through a few of them. I'm just going to do a couple and just kind of brainstorm. One of them for me is Sprouts Farmers Market. It was like $30 a few years ago. And I always like Sprouts. As a consumer, we have an understanding of what the company is and what it does. And with a lot of us switching to health foods, Sprouts is like a farmer's market that's into the suburbs. The city life's kind of dead. It's a suburban, kind of high-end feel. It's really cool. Look up Sprouts. Look up its business model. It's owned by Wall Street, really. It's the sad part, but you either, if you can't beat them, join them kind of thing. Sprouts is really good. If not Sprouts, let's go to the route of Chipotle. It's already a massive company. I love Chipotle. We're going to just ride what's good. And then number 3, a personal favorite, is actually Costco. So they're one of the only grocery stores in the entire world that has a business plan of selling memberships. So they can lose money on selling hot dogs and gain clientele while at the same time sell you a membership subscription that some people don't even use. Yeah, they lose, X amount of $100 million on chicken a year. I'm not sure what the exact number is, but let's just say. But everyone's buying chicken from there, and they're selling a ton of other things that have a high markup, and you don't even notice, or you don't really budget that membership that they're collecting. They're collecting pure revenue off a membership that you're already going to a grocery store to spend money. It's so genius. They have really good Chinese growth. The Chinese growth is going to be exponential. That's the emerging markets, if you will, like China. The amount of people, the sheer amount of people they have is off the charts. Just look into Costco. Do your own homework. This is not financial advice. This is for me, these videos. Let's say, what are we at? That was 3, right? Number 4, let's go out of food and let's go more into the tech area. Call me boring, call me crazy, Tesla. I want to add more Tesla. Tesla is a company that I think will change the world in the future. For now, it's too expensive to add any new shares. I'm looking for a 40% pullback, and I know people are like, well, you might miss that. I might, but I'm not going to lose money on that volatility right now. Another good tech company that, in general, because tech is so hard to understand, for number 5, and it may be boring, but it's an ETF. Just buy the NASDAQ, or the QQQs as most people know it. It's the 100 largest companies of tech bundled into one pie, if you will, that you buy in a share form, right? So it's, let's say $500 for a share, $20 will be Tesla, $30 is NVIDIA, or $10 is Tesla, $5 is it's broken down by market capitalization size, so I don't know the exact numbers. The largest company in it is probably NVIDIA, so out of that X amount that buys the most amount of it. If the share is $500, maybe you're getting $40 in NVIDIA. Anyways, those are kind of just things in general that I look to add when things get bad. Now, while things are really high, if you want something to park your cash, this is kind of a cool idea. It's what Warren Buffett sold half of his portfolio. He has $350 billion just sitting in cash, losing 0.5% of its value every damn month, right? But he's not just holding cash, and that's the misconception, is he's buying bonds. And bonds are government debt. So when you have a debt amortization, and that is basically when the time passing when you're holding a government bond, it matures, and as through its maturity rate, or known as an amortization rate, you gain interest from that, basically. So if interest rate, and now the bond rates are going to follow what the Fed does with interest rates. They have an interest rate set at roughly, let's say, 5% right now. If they lower interest rates to 3%, your bond will increase in value. While you'll only be getting 3% a year instead of 5%, you will appreciate in the share that you bought. Okay? If rates go up to 7% from 5%, you will be getting more monthly from that interest rate, but your price of the bond will decrease. So there's an inverse correlation between interest rates and bond prices. That is a good cash park. Now we also have gold, an inflation hedge, but if we go through deflation, as the kids would say, you will crash out or you will get cooked. And you will get cooked. But gold is true, tried and tested, and it's been around